Okay, so you probably clicked on this video because you asked why I don't stream on Twitch during one of my YouTube streams. And I get asked this question enough times, understandably, um, that I thought I would make a little video explaining it. So, TLDR, a real quick thing about it. The reason I stream on YouTube instead of Twitch is because I get more people watching me on YouTube. And the reasons I stream is basically just to talk with fans, have a real time interaction with it, because I'm kind of busy and I can't reply to all the comments and personal messages I get. And I get my biggest audience whenever I stream on YouTube, rather than Twitch, because obviously that's where my channel's at. And that's basically the TLDR. That's usually not enough to satisfy everyone, so, let me expand upon it. My goals when streaming are a little bit different, than other people's. For one, like, I don't stream for money. That's a big thing. That's like a conscious choice I make. I still have, like, donations and stuff turned on, but I just don't really encourage them. And, like, there is a big difference from, like, the way I stream to how a normal streamer would stream. And one of them is just I do it purely for, like, the fan interaction, like not RP reasons, PR reasons. It's a good way for people to get to know me better if they wish to. It's completely optional stuff that is available to them that otherwise, you wouldn't be able to talk to me ever because I'm too busy. And streaming is just perfect for that. However, most streamers obviously stream to make a living off of it, and that's completely fine. And if you say you're doing something not for money, it's understandable to, think they're just lying about it. I totally get it. And I usually have to give a little bit more information on this. So here's how it goes down. I make enough off of YouTube, and in order to be a full-time streamer, I'd have to dedicate a lot of time and effort into it. Time and effort that I don't wish to do, because I'd rather spend that time and effort being a YouTuber. Because I found that I like to do YouTube videos more than I like to stream. And so I made a conscious decision that I want to stay being a YouTuber instead of trying to become a streamer at all. It's just not something I really want to do. So, for some examples, say it's like a work week. I have 2 channels I work on. I send out stuff to my editors and things. I can, like, take a week off if I want and be completely fine and no one would know because I can just prepare for beforehand. Something you can't really do as a streamer because you have to stream consistently. And, like, another, like, really big thing. If you're a streamer, you basically have to play one game. Or unless you go variety streaming. That is a thing that most people don't succeed at. And so I'd have to be forced to, like, play either Yu-Gi-Oh! Or WoW, because those are the 2 channels that I have, an audience on. And, I'm not always, like... I like to play WoW, and I think I like to play it because I'm not forced to play it every day. Like, I've seen some of, like, those Hearthstone streamers. They're kind of bored when they're playing it because they've been playing the same stale card game for, like, the past 5+ years. And then... they play something else and they're actually excited in the streams and stuff. It just seems like such a terrible thing to have to be forced to play a video game for like 6 to 7 hours every day. Even if you don't really want to play it and you want to play something else. And like, if you want to have a good stream, you have to do that. And I'd rather not. That seems like it would totally ruin the games. And I would kind of, like, hate my life after a bit. Which is something you don't have to worry about at all with being a YouTuber. Because with YouTube, you don't actually need to play the game in order to make videos about it. Like, that's a thing a lot of people don't know about. I don't actually have to play WoW at all in order to make videos about it. It's in my best interest to keep up to date with it, but a lot of the videos I make aren't about current events anyway. I have so much like pre-rendered footage on my computer that I don't need to play the game to really get footage for anything. And if I do play the game, like, for an example, getting footage in game doesn't really count as playing it. And this really drove home the point to me one day when I spent like 5 hours getting footage for a video. And then after I finished the video and I had it rendered and I had it uploaded, I was like, man, I spent all day working. I haven't even touched WoW yet today. So I went on and I started playing WoW and I was like, wait. It didn't even occur to me that I had just been on this game for 5 hours. I'd been playing for 5 hours consistently and it didn't even feel as if I had been playing it. It's like, oh, I've actually been on this game all day today. And, at the end of the day, this is the first time I've actually been able to play the game, doing what I want to do for fun. And it is a completely different thing. Like, playing WoW in order to get footage is work. It doesn't count as, playing the game is all. And it doesn't even really feel like playing the game. You basically just need in order to get footage. It's a footage machine. You don't need to play the game in order to make videos about it. So, if my interest wanes or comes back, the videos on the channel are going to continue like normal. And I love that. Like, for some reason, I still enjoy WoW and Yu-Gi-Oh! Even though I've been making videos about them for over 5 years. But, there's some times where I want to play another game. Like, I'm just really absorbed in Diablo, for example. And I play nothing but Diablo all week, and I still get videos made. And I love that. That's a really enjoyable thing. I love how I'm able to do that. It's not really something you can do as a streamer. And there's also the thing where, like, I kind of like editing and making videos more than I like streaming anyway. And you can, like, just take a week off and it won't really matter. Because videos just constantly make money for you. But I guess there is a higher potential for more money in a streamer-only profession, because I think streamers have probably a higher ceiling of what they can make easier without having to go to a whole bunch of brand deals. But I already make quite a bit with what I do currently, and I don't need to stream as well. And there's also the case that, like, you can do both of them. There are some people who do both. They make YouTube videos and they stream. And I've noticed in every single case that unless they have an editor who just straight up makes their videos for them, or they make, like, low effort videos, which my channels are not. They're very highly edited and scripted. One of them has to suffer for the other. You can't really do both because of how time consuming they both are. I don't want to join your guild. In order to be a streamer, you have to stream for at least, 4 hours a day. Something like that. Most of them stream way more than that because that's what a good streamer would do. And editing also takes a long time. If you want to do both, well, you're basically not going to have a social life or any free time. And if you want to do both while also having free time and a social life, you have to cut back on one of them or the other, or both of them. And if you half-ass two things, then they're both not going to do very well. So you kind of have to choose one to focus on over the other. So, all that being said, I choose to focus on YouTube and not streaming. I have the option to be a streamer, though, because I have a pre-built audience. I just don't want to. It's not something I wish to do, because I like what I do as a YouTuber better. And since, all that talking is basically going down to I don't want to be a full-time streamer, I have no aspirations for it, and under all of those conditions, I'm still going to stream occasionally anyway, because it's good PR. It's a good way to give some personality to my channel for the people who wish to have it. Of course, you can just ignore it. So, streaming on the platform which has the highest amount of viewers obviously makes the most sense. Why would you go over to Twitch when I would get like a third of the amount of viewers, even a fourth? I would get so less viewers because I don't have a built-up Twitch channel that it's just not worth it. Like, I don't need to build it up either. Like, what's the point where I already have a huge audience on YouTube when I don't want to be a streamer? So, hopefully this explains it. This over-explains it for anyone who's listening to this.